Game, I'm out the pocket, but I rock with the game.
Tonight, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time. Without a top-flight quarterback, the way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here we go with the Packer offense, guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
On first down, Green. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So now the Lions go on offense in a great starting spot. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Goff. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and sending him back on the sack. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
This is taken at the 10. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Rodgers now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. On second down, it's Green. And he'll get it down here to the 43. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 43. Throwing is Rodgers. Slant to Adams. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second and 5 now. Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
First and goal from just inside the 5. Rodgers going to throw. The quick slant caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point forthcoming. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well-timed there. And now 4th down.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On 1st down, Rodgers. He gets this out to Foster on the right side. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, it's Green. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
From the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 28. Then into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That is demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it, and it's 17-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken just shy of the 10, and he returns this to the 22. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation,
rush coming, and he's taken down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the 9-yard loss.
So we'll recount real quick. He had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. He finds his man Johnson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. A big reason why they've been so successful, this defense hasn't been able to contain him when he gets outside of the pocket.
So true, and that's where it's really difficult because defensively you can have a game plan and trying to account for all the things you've seen on tape, the way that they run their plays, even his running. But when it's a play where you just can't really say, okay, that's how the play's supposed to go, what they call broken plays, that's when the X and O doesn't work. That's when their Jimmy is better than your Joe.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. On 1st down, it's Green. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 7. And a give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll run on 1st down. It's Green. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. And he'll give it here to his running back. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Goff. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Over the middle, complete. That's Perkins. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now a first down throw. Gone. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Goff, and that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Goff now looking to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
The final shot before break here. Goff. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. and they turn it over. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. Some great games still to come. And I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there, as they'll square off with the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being up in Seattle, where we find the Seahawks taking on the New York Jets. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Indianapolis Colts and the Minnesota Vikings. And our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They'll fake the handoff. Now go. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary, his second sack of the night.
Man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Throwing on second and long. Goff.
That swung out wide to Sanders.
And some room to roam now. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
I think if you asked them truthfully, they would have been happy to get 8, 9, maybe even 10 yards there and give them a manageable third down attempt. Instead, he found plenty of room there on the catch and run and turned second and long into not just a first down, but a huge play.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
On second down now. It's Sanders. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. A shotgun snap for gone. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So here are the Packers now to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Bears, but they lead things here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll keep it on the ground. Green. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's Rodgers to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter. On 1st down, Green. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Green, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter. Now here's a throw that's complete. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Now Rodgers. Dancing to his left. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll let it go deep for Freeman. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
And his kick here is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth. And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it? This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now gone. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you...
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack on 1st down, Goff. The Lions on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw. Goff. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Packers are
going to get the football back in excellent field position. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right.
Throw right side, going to be complete to DeGuara.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Buying time to his left. And inside the 20 before it's brought down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll run on first down. Green. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through three quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Packers are looking like they'll move to 6-1 as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bull his way in there for the 2 points.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
So Jared Goff, he is the focus of our player spotlight. And this is, unfortunately for him, a montage he's probably not going to want to keep here for his files.
And I'm not so sure that he would describe it as a spotlight, although it is beating down on him pretty well, as is the rush. He's been hit, harassed, uncomfortable. It's been a really, really tough day for him.
Been sacked 6 times. See all that pressure coming from all angles. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The Lions on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Goff. He finds his man, complete. It's man.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's get off the field. Let's go.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
The throw over the middle taken in.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Goff on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Perkins. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing again is Goff. Looking left side, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. From the red zone now, Goff. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it a second down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10.
Goff now to throw. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the side.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Helping them just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Green Bay, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the losses are piling up as they